country is protected every day during times of peace and war by the members of the United States military. Since I have friends and family that are currently serving in our armed forces, as an avid military enthusiast, I would like to tell you a little bit about each of these branches of the military. The United States has 5 different branches of military: the Army, the Air Force, the Marines, the Navy, and the Coast Guard. Each of these organizations has their own functions and is headed by different members of each, who in turn report to the Secretary of Defense, who in turn reports to the President of the United States. The Pentagon is broken down into 5 sides, with each side having its own branch of military: the Army, the Air Force, the Marines, the Navy, and the Coast Guard. Up first, the Army's main function is to serve and protect the United States and to patrol using ground forces such as tanks, ground troops, and artillery. The Army is the oldest United States organization. This first picture is an M1 Abraham tank, the most common tank that the Army uses today. The next picture is an M21 sniper that the Army personnel use as their favorite gun and weapon of choice. The Air Force's main function is to serve and protect the United States in the air. The Air Force is the youngest branch of military and was originally established as a division of the Army until it broke off into its own division. The Air Force patrols and protects using fighter crafts, bombing crafts, transport planes, and helicopters. This picture is a stealth bomber which uses triangular shaped alloy outsides which make it undetectable by radar. And at higher speeds, it allows it to fly higher in the air, making the bombing missions a lot safer than they used to be. The third branch of the United States military is the Marine Corps. The primary responsibility of the Marines is the control of the beaches and areas surrounding the bodies of water. They assist the Army, and since they do not use much heavier equipment and weapons, they are able to move around more quickly and quietly, which aids in surprise attacks. The Marines use similar weaponry to the Army and the Air Force, such as bomber aircraft and attack helicopters. The Marines are the smallest service unit in the U.S. military. I have a special connection with the Marine Corps. My grandfather was a United States Marine and was awarded a Purple Heart for his service in World War II. The fourth branch of the military in the Navy is the Navy, and their primary responsibility is to patrol and control of the seas. In addition, the Navy maintains aircraft carriers that carry the Air Force fighter bombers to various areas during the war. Most Navy aircraft carriers can contain up to 80 aircraft carriers. They can also attack using cruise missiles and submarines. This picture is an aircraft carrier. They use this to make the planes closer to battle, and they don't have to use. They can use less fuel, and they're closer to the battlefield, so they're quicker to get in. The fifth branch of the United States military is the Coast Guard. When the U.S. is not at war, their primary responsibility is law enforcement for boating safety, sea rescue, and illegal immigration control. They also assist police officers in United States shore towns. The Coast Guard consists of ships, boats, aircraft, and shore stations. The Coast Control is the smallest military service, with only 29,000 enlisted members. This is just one of the Coast Guard helicopters which they use in rescue missions. In closing, I hope this presentation has informed you about the various branches of the United States military and their duties during times of peace and times of war. The members of these organizations are very important to each of us, and we should be very thankful of their dedication to our country.